Strap in, y'all, because this is a long one. Let's just get right into it. Hey, babes, welcome back to another video. Today, for the first time in a long time, I am flying solo. I do not have my sister here with me, so you just get to hear the wonderful thoughts that come out of my mouth. In whatever order they come out of my mouth in. So I wanted to try something different and build a mansion. I have never built a mansion in The Sims 4. I think I once did a mansion, like, in The Sims 3. Don't try to find the video, because I could have sworn on my life that I had Sims 3 speed builds, but I can't find them anywhere. So don't go looking for them, because you ain't gonna find anything from me. So yeah, usually when I do, on the rare occasions that I have a mansion, I'll get a shell from the gallery or just renovate a mansion that already exists in the game. I do a lot more furnishing. That's definitely what I like to do better. It's more of my comfort zone than actually building. I really tried to be different. I based it off of a lot of the mansions I see around my area. When my dad used to take us driving around, sometimes he'd show us the mansions in like the mansion part of my area, and it's inspired by those. I didn't use any like resources. No, that's not the word. Um, Images. I didn't search up any images or references or whatever online. This is all just what I came up with in my head. It was working as I was going. Yeah, that's basically it. So I also tried a lot more techniques, and I'm trying to get better at some of the things that I didn't really do a lot of. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. But first off, I just want to say that I'm actually going to be changing the style a little bit in the new year, 2020. So it's like midway through December now, and in a few days, I'm actually going to be going away. So I'm pre-recording a bunch of videos. And while I'm away, I'm going to California for a little bit more than a week. I'm going to be recording a bunch of speed builds, so I will still put out speed builds, but I'm going to start incorporating a schedule. And as of now, what I want my schedule to be is to be uploading on Sunday and Tuesday, or no, Saturday and Tuesday. Sorry, I misspoke. I'm gonna see how that goes. I would do more days than that, and those are days that, just to be clear, that I'm not saying that I'm only going to be uploading those days. I'm just saying that those are days where I'm going to try to always upload, and then there may be videos in between then. But so Saturday, 100% there's going to be a video, a new speed build, and it's, as of now, Saturday will always be a speed build. And Tuesdays, I'm going to also have that for now as always a speed build, or that one may be a speed build, maybe I'm going to try out some other types of videos. So as of now, I only have a couple of speed builds on my channel, but I also want to have like more real Sims videos, but it's a little hard because I don't really have any recording software or footage software. I record using the screen capture whatever thing that comes with The Sims, and the voice recorder memo thing that comes on my computer, because I don't have anything to buy any like fancy microphones or not microphones, recorders, audio recorders, or screen recorders. I'm still trying to find a free screen recorder though. So if y'all have any of those, please tell me about them in the comments below, because I desperately need one. Because so when you record videos off of The Sims, they're AVI files, but in my editor, I can't put AVI files in. So I have to convert the AVI files to different types of files, and then I can put them in the editor, and then I can start editing. So it's an even longer process. So if I got a screen recorder that doesn't record AVI things, then I could more easily and more frequently put out speed builds, which would be really nice, and I'd really enjoy that. So if you know of any, please link them down below. It would be very greatly appreciated, and it would be for the benefit of everybody here. So yeah, I wanted to try I tried a lot of new things in this. So before making this, I tried I didn't try. I watched a bunch of Little Simsy, her building Bible video, because I wanted to get better at roofing because I definitely struggle there, and I learned some more tips. I This was also my first time playing at all with the Sims 3 camera. I usually use the Sims 4 camera, so the controls were a little confusing at first. You may see me like flinging around the camera because I had no idea what was going on. It took me a while to get used to it, but now I'm used to it. But for the rest of the build, still not very used to it. I blah, 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 blah. So now I want to talk about some things about the build that I changed up and are a little bit different than usual, and things that I'm trying to improve on. So outside, in the outside area, like the front outside area, there's a little like patch with gardens, and it has a bunch of little, not little, it has like a stone barrier around like the little garden areas. There's two on both sides, one on each side of the door. And I actually got that idea from, I don't remember if it was a Plumbella video where she looked at builds from the gallery, or a Little Simsy video where she looked at builds from the gallery. I think it was Plumbella though. And someone had did it with the little like spa day tile, fountain tiles. And so that 100% originally is not mine. So when you see that, like that wasn't me. I could never. Not even if I tried. I also tried working more on things like landscaping or just adding plants in general, because that's a thing that I really generally forget. Another thing that I do later on in the video is I try to work on adding curtains slash blinds, because that's not a thing I've done. Like ever since I had The Sims 3, even back then, I'm just not a person who like, because it doesn't matter. They don't use them. And, like, it's not like if people see them in the window, they're going to be like, oh, the Sims are in the window, because the Sims can't, the NPCs can't react to them. So it doesn't really matter. So with that kind of mindset, if I forget that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, well, it doesn't affect the gameplay at all. The same thing is true with, like, toilet paper, towels, and, like, I'm usually good at paper towels. Paper towels I'm really good with. But, like, that kind of stuff, because, like, it's an environment thing. They're just decorations, but I always forget them. So I tried really, really hard to remember do that stuff and work on that stuff. I still need to work on it a little. I'm trying to get better at the plants thing and the landscaping, but it's really hard and really time-consuming, and I just want to decorate and not do landscaping. This is why I used to only do... I'm gonna start doing some more renovations, because I'm a lot more comfortable with them, and then I can really detail the inside, because right now my inside's not at their best because I'm always so tired from doing however long the outside takes, but especially with this one where the outside took almost 3 hours. But yeah. I also was going to originally make this house very modern, and then once I got out of the dining room, I sort of lost that very bad. I'm trying to make my things more modern, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a very like a really like family type home. Like parenthood, cats and dogs, and kids room stuff. Those are my most used packs for building. So, like, you can pretty much imagine what my homes look like. They're like the classic family home. Like, suburban classic family home on the inside. I'm trying to stray away from that a little bit more, step out of my comfort zone. It's really hard, because I just think those houses look so cozy and nice. And also, another thing is that I feel that I made the house too thin. And, yeah, so I'm gonna keep trying to work on it. But... yeah, I really am proud of this house. I think it's definitely the best house I've ever built. I haven't built a lot of houses, but like from the ground up, or a lot of like real houses. I used to build, like shoe boxes, which is like a rectangle, and like maybe there's a window, but usually I'd only have windows in the kitchens. I don't know why. It's a mystery to me. I also think I'm gonna start trying to not put the windows on from the outside, but I think I don't remember who I saw doing that, where I was like, maybe I should try that, where they were, some simmer on YouTube was putting the windows in by room. And I was like, that's a way better idea. I don't know. I'm going to start doing that because the way I'm doing it now, like, the windows look ugly on the outside and the inside. So, you know. Also, I say also a lot. I'm already tired and there's still 20 more minutes of audio to record. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I had to take a drink break. So yeah, that's all the stuff I have related to The Sims. So now for the rest of the video, I'm going to pretty much ramble. So I don't know if y'all have seen Little Simsy. She's another simmer on YouTube, but she, in her speed build, she used to talk about the build and then was all like, I'm tired of this, and she started talking about her life. And I'm gonna pretty much take a page out of her book, except for that I don't have a life. Nothing interesting happens in my life. I mean, it used to, and in my previous videos, I've talked a lot about my life, and I plan to more when I do more houses that I've lived in, more places that I've been, more things that I can relate with. But on these types of videos, especially the longer ones, I'm pretty much just going to start talking about what's going on in my life. And usually that's going to be related to TV. Because I don't know if y'all know this, I don't know if I've said this before, but I pretty much grew up glued to a TV screen. TV has been my life for as long as I can remember. I mean, a bunch of my first memories are me watching Disney Channel. Yeah, well, I watched a lot of Disney Channel. Like, that was my life. I remember. This is not one of my first memories, by the way, because in 2008, I was like 6 or 7. I was 6. So on New Year's 2008, Disney Channel aired a new episode of Wizards of Waverly Place called Make It Happen. And it was like at midnight, so it was going into 2009, but it's counted as an episode that came out in 2008. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. So I remember sitting in our basement, and we had a big TV in our basement, and on New Year's, my family would have parties, and my mom would pretty much like be all like, send all the kids down to the basement. Like, we didn't have a door, but basically close the door. And so we were watching Make It Happen, and it was just at the part where they were singing the song. If you don't know the episode, what the episode's about, or what the show's about, let me start with that. So the show, Wizards of Waverly Place, was a Disney Channel show that ran from 2007 to 2012, if you count the movie hour-long special that came out after the show ended. And it's about a family of wizards, like teen wizards, that are pretty much learning about wizardry to fight in a family competition, family wizard competition, which is a competition between the siblings to figure out who's going to be the wizard, and then the ones that lose, they're not wizards. They're just like humans that used to be wizards. Like, we don't care about you. You ain't got no powers. I don't know if that explanation made sense, but that's basically it, if you could translate that. And so the episode Make It Happen was where some guy, I don't remember his name right now, he comes in and he's all like, well, you all need to have a backup plan for if you don't win the Wizard Family competition. And so they were all thinking about what their backup plans were going to be. So the main character, Alex, she was all like, oh, I'm gonna be a musician. I'm gonna start a band. And then she was trying to get her older brother, Justin, to join her band too. And their younger brother, Max, he was trying to be a magician. But at the end of, maybe towards the end of the episode, I think it was the one towards the end of the episode. So at the end of the episode, they're all performing the song that Alex and her older brother, Justin, performed earlier, a little bit earlier in the show, Make It Happen. That was the name of the song. And right then, my mom came down, changed the channel, was all like, we're gonna watch The Ball Dropped. And I said, this is an exact quote, Mom, I was watching Wizards of Waverly Place. Change it back. And guess what she did not do? Change it back. And I'm still mad to this day. Almost 12 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah. So I don't even know where that story was going. I think I was just talking about Wizard Waverly Place because I could. That is an example of how glued to the TV I am. I watched so much TV that I have absolutely no idea how I watched all those things, because it seems in my head like I was watching Disney XD, Disney Junior, Clubhouse Disney, whatever it was called back then, Nick Jr. / Noggin, what have I already listed? And Disney Channel and Nickelodeon all at the same time, but that's literally not possible. I have no idea how I watched so much TV, but I did. I watched so much TV. So on to what I was going to talk about, which is, so I don't know if y'all have heard of the show. It's it's Lucifer, called Lucifer. It was on Fox for 3 years, 2016, 2018. And then it was canceled by Fox after its 3rd season, and then it was picked up by Netflix for another season after, like, the fans did a hashtag. It was a whole thing. So I just finished season 4 with my sister. I had already finished it, but she hadn't, so I forced her to watch the last episode. And now, because I just saw that, I really, really want season 5 to come out. I've been watching a bunch of exclusive interviews. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna take another drink. That's a lot better. If my sister got me sick, I will cry because I have so many more videos to record. But so I've been watching a bunch of exclusive interviews, and I really, really want season 5 to come out, and I really, really want it to be good. So when I watch a show, one of two things happens. Either I like make it up to like around the last episode, and then just like stop watching it. I just like get interested in something else and then just never come back to it. Like, I still haven't finished Smallville. It was a show about like Superman early days. It has like 10 seasons. I started watching it almost a year and a half ago, and I finished it in like about 4 months, like the entire thing. That's with school, like with because I was only really watching it on the weekends, so that's only and they're 40-minute episodes, and there's like 26 episodes a season, so like it took me a long time to get through. But I still haven't watched the finale because I'm getting there. I'm like 15 minutes in to the first part of the finale. There's a two-parter, so or I like completely skip or mostly skip the last season and then just watch either the last episode or the last couple of episodes, and then I'm gonna like just never watch the last season. So I'm gonna try to watch it till the end. Also, I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I think that I'm trying to talk fast to make it go quicker, but if that doesn't make any sense, because then it's just gonna feel like there's more time. I'm also trying to work on talking slower so I don't lose my place, don't lose focus, because I'm very ADHD, and like I'll look over there and be like, squirrel! Yeah, that's actually me. Like, I actually look outside the windows and say squirrel in the middle of talking, like when we're in a car. It's actually that bad. I'm actually that dog from Up. I'm not even joking. Yeah. I also have another problem with TV shows where I am so picky about TV shows. So ever since I was a little kid, I've loved like the fantasy type of TV shows. TV shows that take place like in the future, like too far into the future, too far into the past, or in outer space, they don't draw my attention. Like Star Trek, not there. Star Wars, no, too spacey, too weird. Like, I can't relate to it. I can't place myself into it. But shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Smallville, Lucifer, I mean, The Vampire Diaries, that wasn't quite my cup of tea. I'm not really into the dramas. I like Monster of the Week shows, like Buffy is a Monster of the Week show, or like I don't know if y'all have seen the CW remake of Beauty and the Beast came out in 2012. But like it wasn't like a Monster of the Week, but it was like a case of the week, like in what's it called? Oh my, sorry, excuse me. I can't think what it's called, but like the main character, she was a police officer or detective or whatever, and they like solved crimes, but the crimes weren't related to the like supernatural element or the fantasy sci-fi, supernatural element of the show, but sometimes they would still tie it in. Like in it wasn't like in Buffy where like, oh, a witch is doing this. It would be all like, oh, uh a normal person is doing this, but then we use these supernatural skills to find the person, which I also sort of like, but I just can't watch a lot of like drama e shows, especially if there's no supernatural like element to it. I just can't watch it, and even some of them that I can. I didn't like the Vampire Diaries just because I got so aggravated with it so many times. All the characters I liked, either they just like killed them off, which is a very common thing for me. They constantly kill off all the characters I like, and I also hate a lot of characters. It's more easy for me to hate a character than it is for me to like a character. But they always like killed them off or sidelined them or just like went in a totally different direction that I just didn't want them to go in. And basically by like the third season, most of the main characters were like a supernatural at that point, and I was like, this isn't fun anymore. Like they're basically not even hiding anything anymore. This isn't even like I got a secret show. They were just like, well, that's life. Like it was just so weird. I just couldn't handle it. I just didn't care if like their town exploded and all of them died. I wouldn't care at that point. Speaking of towns exploding, I don't know if you guys have heard of y'all have heard of the show My Babysitter's Vampire. It was on Disney Channel. Well, in the U.S., it was on Disney Channel from 2011 to 2012, 2 seasons. It was and still is my favorite TV show of all time. Sorry if I'm screaming. I've just got really close to the mic. Of all time. I remember when it first came out. The movie first came out back in 2010. My younger sister, she was so afraid of the movie, especially the part where there's a part where a vampire he gets jabbed in the head with a fork, and she hated that part, and I thought that was so cool because you never see anything like that in Disney Channel. Like you would never see someone get stabbed with a fork on Disney Channel nowadays. They'd be all like, "Nope, not today. Go put that on Nick." Though Nick probably wouldn't allow that nowadays either, though. Um, but yeah, what was I talking about? See, this is exactly my problem. My babysitter is a vampire. But that is what really got me in. That and Wizards of Waverly Place, sorry, are what like really got me into that supernatural genre. And I really love vampires. Vampires are probably my favorite out of the genre. But I don't like vampires in what was it, Van Helsing? Like when vampires in like a apocalyptic way, or in the Dust to Dawn series where they're like just menaces that like they have to like kill all of them. There's no like it's just like, oh, we gotta survive the vampires. It's like those zombie apocalypse things that I don't like either. Like Walking Dead, like I just don't like that because like they're just fighting supernaturals. They're it's like bleh. Yeah, exactly. That made sense, right? I literally forgot what I was talking about now. I have absolutely no idea and no memory. I still have like 10 minutes. I obviously didn't plan enough things to talk about. So let's talk about the build more. So this house has wow, 10 out of 10 right there. Is 5 bedrooms? Counting. Yeah, 5 bedrooms. So on the bottom floor of the bedroom, the bottom floor bedroom is for the butler. So they have a live-in butler. And then on the top floor, the I'm sure you can figure out which ones I'm talking about. So there's the master bedroom, which is where the parents are. There's 2 parents. So I'd assume that there's 2 parents. That's what like I'm planning for, that it's just a 6 live-in sim house. So then there's two two boys' rooms, though the planet room could be a girl's room interchangeably. And feel free to change them. This house is on the gallery. Feel free to change them however you want. Like, it doesn't have, you can change up the rooms however. And then the room on the top floor and like the third floor, that's for a girl. And I really like that room. I really like the little reading nook she has. I think that's so cool. I'm blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're welcome. This is just quality 10 out of 10 content right here. How long have I been YouTubing? Like, YouTubing. Yep, official term. Like, like 6 years now. And I still don't know how to act on camera. This is just absolutely horrible. Disgusting, you know? This is such a long video. I'm really considering just playing music for the rest of this. I hope y'all don't, like, attack me in the comments, but I'm just really tired and I have so much more work to do. Next time, I will try to, once I get another recording software and I don't have to process all these videos, which takes forever, by the way. It took me almost as long as it took me to build the shell of the house, which was 3 hours, to convert 23 videos from AVI to a different file. I changed them to movie files, MOV files, but they're movie files, you know. If y'all wanted to know. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and y'all can enjoy some nice music for the rest of the time. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please, if you want to know, if you have something you want to see next, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and likelihood is you'll see it really soon. Bye guys, have a great rest of the year, or new year, or whenever you're seeing this. Bye.